Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Sponsored by Ghostalware. And now, it's Dads, Lads and Kebabs.
Welcome to another show of Dads, Lads and Kebabs coming at you in your ears. Oh, Mickey, fucking hell. How you doing, buddy?
I'm alright.
Doing? You got coffee on the go?
Yeah, I just been Costa, like you do.
Just been
It's all
Costa.
good, mate.
Just been Costa. Costa, pour myself a coffee.
You missed me eating the sausage, so lucky you.
I've seen that before. Why do I look so... my tan's not fading, is it? It ain't peaked.
Oh, there's mine. Wow.
You're a bit tango-y. Buddy boy, how are you doing? It's been a week.
Okay.
By the way, everybody, sorry to interrupt. Before we start, I do apologise about last week, about there being no show. It was my fault. All right? I'm a busy man, just like Mickey. Right? We don't actually get a chance to sit down. We don't have special filming days. We still have full-time lives and full-time jobs, and we can't just film every day. So I do apologise that you missed an episode, but we did film something that will be released in a few weeks. I hope you'll be very excited about. So, my apologies.
I'm excited.
I'm excited, and I was there. I filmed it.
That's good then.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mickey, how are you doing anyway? Come on, tell me, boy. What's the matter, sweetheart?
I'm alright, darling.
Good. Come on,
I did.
Tell me
I
how
had
you doing.
a little adventure last night. So obviously Wednesdays is cadets night.
God,
You're a twat. And my son went to cadets with his nephew, and then now because he has a girlfriend, he decides to never come home. And basically, he finishes at 9, so he should be home by like 9:30 because it's only at the school. And it's like 10 o'clock. It's like, where the fuck are you? So I looked on his tracker because I track my kids. They're not getting away. And he was near a certain fire station. And I'm like,
behind some garages.
Yeah.
Leave
So I
him
phoned
be. He's fine.
No, I phoned him, and he goes, "Oh, I'm just walking my mate home. He joined tonight." I thought, okay, then, fair enough. And then at 15:15, I noticed that he was outside the house. So I went out to find him. I thought he's been outside for like 10, 15 minutes. He's either stuck somewhere, or he's got lost, or he's been attacked. So I went
Or he's
out
knee
there.
deep.
But yeah, fucking dickhead. He's 15. And then I saw him walking up the road with two girls. Yeah, obviously one of them.
Play on, player.
So I ring him and think, you better answer your fucking phone because I can see you. And he goes, "Oh, I've walked such and such home because he joined tonight." I said, "All right then, but you could tell me these things. They're just disappearing in the middle of the night. It's pitch black. You know, you got school in the morning. No idea where you are." He goes, "Oh, I'm just walking such and such up here, and then I'll come back." I thought, okay then. So I give it 45 minutes. He's still not home. His phone has died, and he's not home. So I'm like, you little fuck. So I'm 11 o'clock. I am walking the streets around my area.
In the car, locked and loaded, hunting that motherfucker down.
Yeah. So it's like, wow. And then I got in my car and went to his girlfriend's house. Obviously, I couldn't see him, so they went outside. So I went home, phoning him, and it's like, oh my god! And then he suddenly turns his phone on at like midnight at his girlfriend's house, because then he's got some charge on his phone, I presume. And he goes, "Oh, I'm coming now." So he walks in at 10 to fucking midnight, and little fuck.
Oh.
So yeah. So that's something to deal with later.
Oh,
I didn't really talk to him.
I know,
bed.
but listen, all right. Take
you
it
wait.
back.
You
No.
wait. Your daughter is
She ain't
walking the
going out.
streets,
She ain't going out, mate.
and you don't know where
Boarding
the fuck she is. So
boarding school. I will know where she is. She'll be in a boarding school run by nuns. Telling you.
nah.
Right. The thing is, boy,
sorry.
he's a lad. He's a lad, and all the dads out there are going to know this feeling because the thing is, right, and this is my. I mean, I've not got a boy. I've not got a son, but I think if I do, oh god, he's gonna get tips from his dad. He's not gonna get a grilling. He's gonna get tips. But the thing is, right, he could have said, he could have been honest with you and said, look, this is where I am. I'll be back then. Maybe you would have been a little bit lighter about the situation because you know where he is.
Exactly. If I know what's happening, that's obviously half the
Right.
problem.
And that's how you need to explain it. You need to say, look, if you just told me you're going to be there till late and I know exactly where you are, if I need to get you, right, I know where you are. Don't lie to me. Right, tell me the truth. That's the
Little
thing.
fuck.
And that's what you need to say. You just need to be like, you should be like, I'm your dad. You don't need to lie to me. You've got nothing to lie to me about. All right? I will help you no matter what. So if you want to go and chill at your girlfriend's house, that's fine. But as long as I know where you are. That's the thing. I mean, midnight, though. My curfew when I was 15 was like 9 o'clock.
That's what I mean.
Even on a Friday night, my mum used to say you can come in at 10. Right.
I didn't let him out. He just didn't come home. There's a difference. There's no curfew he's gone past or works up to. He just didn't come home. So, you know.
Did I... when I was a boy, here's a little story for you. When I was a boy... When I was a boy... When I was a... Hey. Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa. It's 21st century, mate. You can't see that shit. When I was a lad, I remember once I had a girl that I was...
knocking up.
knocking around with at the time, let's say. Knocking around with. And I asked my mum, I was like, Mum, can someone stay over? Yeah, it's no problem. Somebody stay over. Who is it? Oh, it's just a friend. Yeah, which friend? It's just a friend. Yeah.
She has a pussy.
Which friend?
Meow.
And I was like, her name's so-and-so. And she was like, nope. I was like, why? She's like, no girl, he's staying round our house. Not happening. Not under my roof. I was like, Mum, I'm 15, right? I can have a girl that I'm seeing stay over. No, you can't. So
on my watch, boy. It's dark. Yeah.
And bearing in mind, I got away with this, so it's not like one of those stories where anyone found out. So on my Friday night, stayed out till 10. My mum was like, she can come round, that's fine, but she's got to go home. Yeah, cool. So she came round, got changed, we went out with our friends, we're out like you do on a Friday.
Yeah.
And anyway, got to the late hour, and she was like, you can stay at mine, it's fine, don't worry, my mum will be in bed now. Anyway, got back, turns out my mum was in bed, but I told her to go round the back garden, and I let her in through the conservatory. And she stayed the night, and I said, look, you got to go like first thing in the morning, and we got to be up early. So she left about 7 o'clock the next morning, out the conservatory window, out the garden. No one ever knew.
Until now.
Until now. So, Mum, if you're watching, right, and I know you probably won't be, but if you're watching, she did stay that night after you said no. So,
did you have a bit, or was it just a cuddle?
I was a kid, mate. I was 15.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, 15-year-olds now have had like 30 people, haven't they? So it's a bit different in our generation.
Mate. But anyway, I got away with it. That's one life story. But I just think boys will be boys, right? I mean, the thing is, staying out till midnight, and with the climate of the world at the moment and the way things are happening to, fucking teenagers and stuff, and they're fucking stabbing each other and shit, that's what he needs to be wary of. Because the thing is, your boys are good kids. They're not reprobates. They don't go around fucking smashing people's fucking car mirrors off or causing shit. That's the fucking problem with today. It's just little twats about. And I just think now, was I that arrogant when I was a kid? And I think probably, yeah, it was. But they're just worse now. They're fucking vile little creatures. Yeah. Lads from the age of like 14 to 17, you're just little pricks.
I'd say 12. I'd say 12 is probably a good starting point.
I'd say 12 to 25.
Yeah. No, I think when they go through that phase, don't they? Then after they're like 17, 18. They're starting getting jobs, and you either move out or fucking get a job. And I think that's when they change a bit.
It's
So
when you learn the value of things. That's when I
Yeah.
think that's when a lot changes. When you learn the value of what it means to go out and work, earn some money, go out and take your missus out for dinner. Well, do you remember first ever taking a bird out for dinner and you having to pay?
I think that would have been like a cinema trip.
Last week.
Yeah. My dad took me and my first girlfriend to the cinema to watch Titanic. And that was at Sixfields. And we got
that
McDonald's.
was steamy, man.
Yeah.
What, did your dad stay?
No, he dropped us off. I couldn't drive when I was... How old was I? 17, I think. 17, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I wasn't driving anyway. At the time, I hadn't passed my test. I may have even been 18, to be fair. Yeah, I think I was early 18, and I was still doing my lessons. So, yeah.
And he dropped you off.
He dropped us off, yeah, at the cinema. So, yeah, it's good.
Did he slap a Johnny in your hand?
Not in the
Play on.
queue, no. But yeah, I think that was the first like outing, as it were.
The first outing
with a bird.
Slash a brute on your cheeks.
No, don't be silly. It was pink dupe back in them days.
Oh,
pink dupe. All the girls.
Pussy juice.
Fucking
Pussy juice. Oh,
that smell is iconic to anybody my age. I
can smell it now. I can smell it.
All the boys at school would wear that pink dupe, and all the girls would be dripping.
That's fucking disgusting. Oh,
that is what it was like.
It was like that was
pink.
Pink dupe was up there, man. It was up there.
That was a game changer.
In fact, they were all the ones I had because they were like ones that you could buy in like what's it called, Body Care. Do you remember that shop with the black outside?
Yeah. You
could get that. I remember having one called Diesel Masculine. That is looks like it's in a milk carton. Oh, they were like cheap man's aftershaves, but they smelled good.
Yeah.
But dupe though just had this whole. After a while, dupe become a bit. How much of that bottle have I put on?
Yeah. You could smell you down the road. It would end up. It's about £15 now for a massive bottle. But I think
I'm gonna have to buy a bottle just for old times.
I remember before going to bed spraying myself. Oh yeah,
good dupe, man. It was though. It was like the babe magnet juice, weren't it?
Yeah. If you didn't have dupe on, you never had a girl.
Do you know how things have changed? Do you remember big tubs of hair gel that used to be like blue or something?
Yeah, the jelly stuff. And you used to shake it and it'd wobble. You'd buy it in Walkers or something. Or Superdrug, wasn't it?
We used to put that shit in our hair.
Every day. Yeah, I used to start it. And then if anyone touched it, it would go white and start flaking. And it looked like you had fucking dandruff. Like, don't touch
that was the
hair.
Worst bit.
That was the worst thing.
Especially after PE as well, because it'd get worse.
Yeah, you have to put water in your hair, and it still looks.
I used to go and wash it. You know my trick. Just wash it over the sink, mate.
Yeah, hand soap.
Hand soap, yeah. Just wash it.
Yeah.
Just wash it. You got to wash your hair. Do it quick, mate.
Yeah.
When you had hair, mate. I remember, man. do you think it'd grow back?
Well, while you were away. Last week, I decided to cut my hair. It was about this long. I mean, that doesn't seem a lot, but it looked like some gorilla's ass with a bum fluff growing on my head. There was no shape, no style. It was just coming out of the holes. And I'm like, I put a thing on Twitter, do I keep the hair growing or do I shave it as normal? And some people are like, oh yeah, just see what happens, grow it. And people at work were like, oh, if you shave your head, you look more manly. And I'm like, yeah, I suppose. So I just shaved it again. And now I'm bald.
You should be like, how more manly do you want me to be? I've got a set of cock and bollocks between my legs. What the fuck do you want? What else do you need?
But yeah, I think it's good when women say they like men to be manly nowadays compared with
We like men to be men.
yeah,
We like men
rather
to,
than
you know.
oh hello, I'm putting my makeup on and my eyebrows and all that shit. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, but you're not really manly, are you? Unfortunately.
Do you know what?
So,
But then the thing is, it comes across. But the thing is, they say that. But then you know what I mean. If you look at the men that women look at, they're the ones that are all trimmed and groomed.
oh no. Yeah.
So
They
do you know what
lie.
I mean? You've been with her for 6 years. You're with her for 6 years. You get fat, get a dad bod, full on beard, receding hairline. Do you know what I mean? Keep saying you're going to go back to the gym full time. You've been dieting for 4 years, all right? And then all of a sudden, she's just left with some fat slob that's scratching his ass on a sofa. And then she leaves you. Boom. For Troy, the fucking Troy, the gym bod, fucking I'm a personal. I hate personal trainers.
I'm 21.
Yeah. No, but they're not even 21 anymore. That's the thing. Some of the personal trainers are now approaching like 40s, and they're still personal trainers. And I'm just like, I don't know if that's a profession you can carry on for a long time. I get it. You can't do nothing else. I get it. You're thick as shit, and you've got to tell people how to pick up something and put it down and bend and roll and all that crap. Right? But the thing is, everybody knows if you're a personal trainer, it's like it's the game, isn't it? It's just like the young man's game.
You used to get the pick of all the women that are not happy with their bodies, and you know you get all.
So
the
it's up to you to pick up the slack.
It is though. Do you know how many people that I sort of know that are PTs that you know with their
magnets, mate, magnets with their dupe on.
With their Jeep, yeah, that's what it is. I remember this when I was 15.
But that's the thing, like
recently divorced MILFs.
Recently divorced MILFs.
To piss off my ex, and then I'll help you. That's what it is, and I'm like, fair play. It is.
Someone's got to pick up the slack, right? Damn it! Damn.
Yeah.
We're getting old. That's the thing.
We.
Well, you're. I feel it, mate. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my fingers. I'll tell you what I did have the other day, which made me feel old. So I was laying in bed and I can only sleep on my front on one way. Sounds weird. But I roll this way and I can sleep that way, but I can't sleep that way because I don't know what to do with this arm. So anyway, I slept and I left my arm like outwards and my arm locked, my elbow locked. And I was like, how do I get
fully extended? Like that.
Yeah, fully extended, but locked. So I'm just there like that. This happened mid-sleep. This happened. I woke up in agony. I was like, what the fuck have I done? We went to sleep after that.
How did you rectify the situation?
It eventually just was fine. That's it. There's no good story behind it.
Slowly moving it.
Yeah, slowly. Slowly. I was like, yeah.
Oh, mummy.
Do you know what I am doing at the moment? I am doing 15 seconds a day. So I have my shower. I do everything. I wash myself, wash my bollocks, do my hair. I've got a beard cleaner now, and I've got a facial cleanser, and I do a face mask afterwards, right? Because you know,
keep
stop this looking like Hugh Hefner's ballsack. And then I turn the shower, freezing. All the way, turn it all the way to cold, and I stand there for as long as I can. Oh, cold showers, man, are the best.
And what does that give you, apart from a small penis?
I don't know. It just
it goes inside.
Just wakes you up a bit, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. But yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do that. I hate having a shower when it's cold. I get out and I'm like, ugh. No way. I don't have showers in the morning. I only have showers in the evening or once I'm awake during the day. There's no way in hell I'm getting up and having a shower. Not
Get
like
straight
at 6,
in.
7 o'clock
Straight
in the
in.
morning. No.
Straight
Oh,
in.
No
6
fucking
o'clock.
way.
6 o'clock in the shower.
Wow.
It's best. It's the best.
It is not.
Oh, it is,
I
mate.
tell you,
It is.
I don't know. I imagine it does wake you up. Yeah, I'll give you that. But nah, not for me. Do you know what I do suffer from though? Have you ever suffered from shooty bum?
What?
Shooty bum. I think that's
What,
what people
shooty
would call it. Shooty bum. You know when you wake up and like deep in your ass, it hurts. Like you need to have a shit, but there's no shit to come out. And it's like, oh my god, where's that pain? I had it last night. I woke up at 3:42. I woke up thinking, oh, my fucking stomach hurts. So I went to the toilet, and you can't shit. It's just like an internal thing. I don't know. That sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Light trap whip, basically.
It could be, yeah. Because when you try and like force something out, but there's nothing to come out, like you do excavate some wind now and again, and you do feel better. So I don't know how it works, why it works. There must be people that have had shooty bum because I remember Keith Lemon talking about it on what's it called, Celebrity Juice back in the day, and that's when I realised what the term was, shooty bum, and it's weird. I don't know. I get it like maybe once every couple of months, and it's like, oh, why? It's always when I'm asleep though. I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's weird. I don't know if that's an age thing or.
Oh no, right.
And I don't stick things up there either, so it's not anything to do with that. My bum is a no entry zone, so not even a finger. No, I'm not you, Niall.
Do you know a couple of things, right? A couple of things as men get older is one thing I've noticed. Why is it every morning when a bloke gets out of bed and he starts to piss and he lets out one of those farts?
The weird squeaky farts all the time. It's like, wow,
every
Dad's awake.
morning. Every morning. It's like
so
you're
loud.
a dad. You're a dad now. So two things as a dad. As soon as you start pissing in the morning, right, your piss is going to take you half an hour because you fucking, I don't know why, but I've got older and all of a sudden now I'm pissing that long. I'm bored of standing there. I'm trying to put the toys back in the box, right, and the toys don't want to go in. They're not finished yet. And then you just every piss as well in the morning. First thing. I'm like, oh,
2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah.
The thing is, this growing old gracefully, right? I'm acceptance of growing old. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with all this going grey. I don't care about that. I'm fine with losing it all because I quite like short hair. There's just certain things I'm not ready for. Like, I'm not ready to be just old. I know we've said this many a times, but I just don't want to get to the point where like, oh no, you can't do that anymore, mate. You're a bit old for that.
I think you can still do stuff. You just don't do it very well. I think that's the case. That's the issue.
That's most things.
You can still do it, but it's not as good anymore as it was. Or yeah.
I was skateboarding last night in the garden with my daughter, and
you fell over.
No, I didn't fall over. Basically, I was like, I've still got it, and this is true. This happened last night.
Yeah.
I've still got it, and we have like a set of steps coming down from the house, and I thought I'll try and do like there's a slope to the first step. So it's like steps like that, but you can get onto the first step by the slope. Yeah. So I thought I'll go onto the slope and I'll try and sort of ollie off it, as it's called. Anyway, I'll try. Bearing in mind, this skateboard's probably been in the garage for God knows how long. I tried to ollie off it and I fucking snapped the skateboard in two.
It's old and rotten, that's why.
I was like, right. My daughter was like, she
Daddy.
broke it. So I've got another skateboard for tonight. I've got the other one. So I can still do that stuff. Like, I can still skate. Easy.
Yeah.
I've got that in me. I've got no problem dropping in off big ramps and things like that. Do you know what I mean? I can still do 5 rounds on a punch bag. I've still got that in me.
Have you rode a bike, though? I don't mean a gym bike. I mean a real bike. Do you know how difficult that is? And how tiring.
I like riding
Well,
though. I'm stupid stuff, man. So I like doing everything stupid. And I like both riding. Both riding and riding. Yeah, I can ride a bike, no problem. The last bike ride I went for was a few years ago. We did the Pittsford Loop because we went and hired them because it's so cheap. You just pay like £5 or whatever. It's a good date though. You and your missus. Can the missus ride? Can she ride a bike?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what to do. Both of you go and rent one of those ECV things and just go for a nice little drive around the lake.
What's an ECV thing?
A mobility scooter.
Aye.
Just get one of them. Or you get your missus, if she can ride a bike pretty well, you get the missus to get a tandem. They just look like trouble waiting to happen, don't they?
You would just fall off and smash your face on the pavement. That's never ending well. Never ending well.
I don't like the fact that the person at the front has the control either. Hate that.
Oh, where they're going, the steering.
Like, no, not for me. I'm not afraid of things as I get older. Like, I'm afraid of hurting myself. I'm thinking, if I break a bone now, it's going to take me ages to recover.
Yeah.
And
when it's cold, you're going to hurt.
I love the cold, though. I'm a coldy person. I like the cold.
I like coats.
I like coats. I like coats.
I like a nice coat and a hoodie and a hat.
Coats.
I was walking around with my beanie on yesterday because it was that cold. It's fucking freezing yesterday. Don't know what happened.
Mate,
I just felt ill.
I've got proper grandad jacket. I've got a French workman's blazer that I'm wearing at the moment. I wear it to work and stuff. Sophisticated. Although I'm wearing chinos and trainers today. So that's old. Because I look like Dr. Gregory House.
Who's that?
You ever seen House before? Oh, mate. So much shit you've not watched.
Is that show? It used to be on Sky.
House, yeah. House MD, yeah. Oh, I'm watching that. I've started watching that Gacy thing. You know, the Netflix documentary. Wade Gacy.
Oh, Gacy. Oh, okay. I thought you meant, what's that? What's Gacy? Yeah,
Gacy.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
No.
Oh, mate, it's quite a good documentary.
Yeah.
It's a good documentary.
A few things that I want to get on the old Jimmy Savile series as well. I need to watch. See what a dirty fuck he is.
Episode 1. It's really weird, though.
Oh, that hurts.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
You think, oh wow, he did a lot. He was really good. You know, royals, government officials. He was having his Christmas dinner at 10 Downing Street 3 years in a row with Maggie Thatcher. You know, like Charles was going to him for advice, like having his picture taken with every Tom, Dick and Harry. Him and Diana were like pally. And then episode 2, it all unfolds. And he's a dirty bastard.
Is it a slow progression, or is it you can blatantly see it? It was like, right, I want to fuck kids. That's what I'm doing. Or does it like a one-off happen and it's like, oh, that's quite interesting. I might try that again. How does it portray that?
He was the good guy that does all the good, but yet all the good, like, yeah, you're really good. Have a set of keys to a hospital that you'll never need. And he would, let himself into, like, there was like a girls' mental asylum, basically, as it were, in that day or whatever it was. And he would have keys for this. And then he was like, well, I'm going to help out here a couple of days a week, so I might as well have a room as well. So he'd have a room in a girls' mental asylum. And he'd pick girls up and take them out in his cars. And bearing in mind, a lot of these people were in severely vulnerable states and obviously or drugged up or whatever. And it wasn't just like the one-off thing. It was everywhere. Everywhere he could. He was evil. And he blackmailed and the phrases he'd come out of as well. The phrases there was just horrific. Like he was on Nevermind the Buzzcocks. Remember that show?
Yeah.
I think it was that, Nevermind the Buzzcocks. I think he was on. And he made a comment saying, I think they said, are you still a sportsman? And he said, yeah, I'm a wrestler. I'm feared in every girls' school in this country. And all their faces were like, oh, fuck.
Wow.
And he'd say stuff as well, like, I don't know if I'm available next week. I'm in court next Thursday for God knows what. And just weird shit.
He dropped one-liners in, and people didn't know how to take it.
One-liners, and there was just some horrific stuff. And there was one of the things that stood out. I mentioned this last week when we spoke in the show. And there's a scene where he's blatantly live on top of the pops, feeling up a young girl next to him. And she's trying to get off him, and he's not letting her go. And he's blatantly feeling her up. And you're like, the BBC are filming this. But...
Wow.
I don't know. BBC's all a bit...
People know my opinion on BBC, to be fair. It's not good opinion. So, yeah. I don't want to get in trouble, but you're all fucking corrupt.
Well, look at... what's his name? Tim Westwood at the moment. He's out, isn't he? He's been outed, hasn't he?
I saw something about that. What's he been doing?
I think that wasn't more... I think it's misconduct more than anything. He was basically, from what I've heard, it's like he basically overpromised and underdelivered and took advantage of some poor girls. But not, I don't think they were young. I don't think they were underage or anything like that.
No.
Like, it was more like he'd just make false promises and say that he could help out their music career and basically...
Yeah, because he was a Radio 1 DJ, wasn't he? And he used to do Pimp My Ride, and at the time he was in all the shows, and he was like 50, wasn't he? But he was like the cool 50-year-old uncle sort of thing that I can help anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was all. I think it's all a bit like that. And there's a lot. I think there's quite a few that have come forward, but man, fucking hell. Anyway, enough of the wrong uns. You start talking about wrong uns, that's it. You open a fucking can of worms. Literally, there's a lot of wrong uns out there.
There's more wrong than right, because good things is not celebrated or highlighted.
Oh no, no, of course not. Of course not.
But I think I can safely say that Amber Heard's career is gone. From what's coming out, she's fucked in every level now. From what's being revealed in court by everybody, and wow, good old Johnny Depp. Ooh.
Yeah, I see. That's another one for me. How many people threw him under the bus over the last couple of years? Literally threw him under the bus and didn't give him a chance to stay.
Not believing him.
Not believed him.
Oh,
He's
the man. He's the abuser. Women aren't abusive, and then it turns out that she's evil, like proper fucked in the head.
Oh yeah,
and
she's been told she's got a split personality disorder and all that, and
yeah.
But I'm sorry, and I no, I'm not, slagging her off here, but then she's coming down and blaming it on mental health.
No, it's too easy to do that.
I just find that as an excuse. And no disrespect to anyone that suffers with mental health disorders and whatever, none at all. I'm a great advocate in that sense. But to blame your actions on something else, and like she was doing it for years. There was even signs that obviously she was doing it to Elon Musk as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was she with him?
She was with Musk at one point, yeah.
Ah. He's just bought Twitter, isn't he? 44 billion.
Twitter.
I love
Twitter. And I like his ethic behind it. He said he wants to push the boundaries of freedom of speech, basically.
Yeah. And then the rest of the board on Twitter, because he bought like a percentage, didn't he? So he's on the board. But then they said, oh, you're not going to have any powers to change anything. And he goes, okay, then I'll just buy it. I think that's quality. Oh, mate, that's
what they said. That was the initial. The initial statement was, yeah, we're happy for you to come on board. That'll be great for us, and do this and that. But you're not going to have any jurisdiction on how things get, Yeah. But now, for him to buy such a platform, I think that was his next move. He's got to have. I think he realizes that a social platform Twitter's not that great. It's great for celebrities.
I love
because
Twitter.
it's. And I think a lot more people will love Twitter as well. And Twitter's very influential as well for a lot of public speakers. I don't know where that come about though, where political celebrities started going, right, well actually I'm going to get Twitter now. Do you think it's because it's a platform that
Everybody's
it's all
on.
about? Yeah, but
TV,
it's all about
TV, film,
it's not
music.
Yeah, but it's not like Facebook or anything like that, is it? Or
No,
Metaverse, whatever they call it. It's more of a, I can have a single sheet platform and I can put what I want on this platform, but yet no one can harass me. I don't know.
See, Twitter's weird though, because there's no censorship at all. Like sometimes people retweet stuff from other accounts and that, and there's like hardcore porn on your timeline, and it's like, oh my god. It's like
just a little quick one off the wrist.
but what I'm saying is, children can look at anything on Twitter. There's nothing censored. So, and there's no age verification, as far as I'm aware, to open a Twitter account, and anyone can open a Twitter account, and that's where all the fake accounts happen and all the bullying, because you get banned, you just make a new one, you just change one letter in your username. But I think verification, it should be, you need to show your ID, where you live, and then you can have your account, I think. And that way, if you're abusing, say, a black footballer, they know exactly who you are, where you live, and they just hand it over to the police and you're fucked. But nowadays, you can have 20 accounts within a day and you can't be tracked, which is the bad thing about Twitter. Whereas Facebook, you can't say anything.
That was the problem with the internet in general, though, wasn't it? It was more of the fact that people could cause so much damage from sitting in a McDonald's somewhere, and that's where you'd be tracked to.
Yeah, exactly. And how many people are in McDonald's? Fucking loads.
Exactly. So it's kind of that. Oh god! And the problem is that so much, especially cyber fucking bullying and shit like that, man. It's been going on for years. I think it was just a floodgate. With everything good, it comes bad, right? I think Elon Musk buying Twitter. I don't think that's for a positive aspect. I think he's just doing it because he can, and he can cause whatever shit he wants because he owns it.
Mm.
He's a very powerful man out of nowhere. Yeah. I just thought he can. I mean, I know Tesla's been around for years before it became popular.
Is he the sole owner of Tesla? He can't be.
I don't think he is anymore. I think he sold a lot. I'm not sure. But he was. I think he was a sole owner of Tesla.
Oh, fair play to him then.
SpaceX and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know. Do you know, like with his whole space mission thing, like, do you not find that like it's like a third party? It just wasn't built officially. I'll just be like, I'm not quite sure about your rocket, mate. Like, you've not really had like the test flights haven't really gone that well.
Didn't he take that George bloke who owns Amazon up there with him? George Boros, whatever his name is.
Jeff Bezos.
That's it. That's his name. Yeah. Didn't he go up with him? And Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is there as well, wasn't he? There's a few celebrities with him. But yeah, we don't mention Tom Hanks. Yeah. Let's get some blood and inject us. But unofficially. Yeah, I wouldn't go to the moon. I wouldn't go anywhere.
That's fine.
Nah.
I don't get about it. But then, do you think these people do that sort of stuff because it's like, money can't really buy anything else?
It's egos. That's what it is. Ego trip. Oh, I've been to space. So they can say they've been to space.
I'll be like, cool. I saw Space Jam. What do you want? Fucking medal? Do you know what? That's another thing that's happened as well. Another thing since I've got older, I've just become less bothered with people's shit. I don't bother about. Yeah. I don't know if that's just me thing, but I'm just like, oh, cool, nice.
Well done. I made a sandwich earlier.
Yeah, just I'm so cold now, and I just don't. I don't care anymore. Like, about just saying what I think. If I'm not happy with something, I'm just like, nah, not for me.
Yeah. I think you've got to be as you get older. You just take less shit,
Mm.
and I think that's the joy of being old. You don't care about anything. Well, not a lot of things anyway that you used to care about that would bother you when you were younger. I think that's the
Yeah,
good thing.
just don't. And like I know, like I've said this time and time again, but I just think it's a message that people don't understand. Is the fact that like one day you're not going to be here anymore. You're just not going to be here. And if you wasted it playing a safe and nice life, and you bought couch cushions from Next, and you had a Sunday dinner every Sunday without fail, and we get home and we watch Cash in the Attic. just, I just think stop. I can't live a boring life. I hate boring. I hate
Yeah.
bland. I hate safe. Like
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to try anything. I'll try anything. Like, and then that's my realization is the fact that the more and more I think about it is the fact that do you know when we look at old? Do you know when younger people look at older people and they go, "Oh," but deep inside they're going, "Oh, they're
Yeah.
old." It's more of a pity. Oh,
Yeah.
one day someone's going to look at us just like that. Oh, he's pissed himself.
Yeah.
Oh, Niall stinks of piss. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mickey's got diarrhea again.
yeah. And for me,
Do you need a shower?
I'm
Yes, please.
yeah, shower me. Like,
I need that now. Any takers?
although when we get to a certain age and we're all sat around a nursing home together, and they start playing like in our version it'd be like N dubs or something like that. And just, do you remember this? Yeah, they did this after the Ukrainian war. Like, the older generation for me, especially, I mean, there's not a lot left of now of like World War heroes and that kind of generation. And the generation of
No.
older men, those men, because they were a certain caliber of men where they were like, the men worked, the men did everything, and they were men.
Yeah.
They went down the pub every evening with their mates after work. Back in the day, if you were a bin man, that was a proper rock steady job. There was nothing wrong with it. You worked your bollocks off. You've paid off your mortgage, and you and the missus go Benidorm every year. There's nothing wrong with that. But this day and age, you've got men that are like, "What were you doing in 2022?" Like, went sunbed on Tuesday, right? Gym Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Yeah, boys' night out on a Friday. When I got my hair and nails done on Saturday morning.
I went out.
I went out, like
Boys on tour.
yeah. We went to Magaluf. And, do you know what I mean? It's just like I just don't think as a generation when we get older we've got much to say.
You
Oh,
know.
that was all you did. That was boring as shit.
Yeah. But then again, it's going to
That
come full circle eventually because all the weird generation at the moment, and you kids are fucking weird. You like end of teen generation that you're all fucking stupid ideas and all your different pronouns and I'm a lawnmower or a toaster this week. It's
I'm a toaster.
oh
I'm a toaster.
that'll be gone in 10 years, I think.
Oh
10 years
yeah.
that'll be gone. There'll be something new and
Come
hopefully
back
they'll be
around. Come back around.
back to
And
normal.
like a whole. I hate that for me, and that's not me just getting older and not accepting what the younger generation have to say. But
Oh, offended.
I offended, woke, and fucking cultural appreciation, and fucking. I'm a fucking watermelon. I identify as a fucking tree, and you can't say that about me, right? It's all about equal rights.
Trees have
If I,
feelings.
yeah, do you know what I mean?
Fucking
You're not
hell.
thinking about my feelings. Like, all right, calm down. I only ask if you wanted dinner. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I'll tell you now, my child ever comes out and says, like, Dad, I'm a vegan. I'm like, that the garden's out there. Go and help yourself. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
That'll save me shopping. Go out there. There's a tree there. Just a bit of grass. You can have the dry grass if you want. When I cut it last week.
Yeah, it's still in the compost bin,
Oh my
Have a
god.
munch. Nice and crispy for you.
There's a vegan, there's a keto, there's a lacto-free, dairy-free, wheat-free, gluten-free, almond-free, nut-free. I'm like,
Fish free.
is there anything else you want taken out of this fucking cake, sir? Because
Leave
otherwise,
keto alone.
there's nothing left. I'm just saying diets as well. I'm on the Juice Plus diet. I'm on the keto diet. I'm on the Atkins diet. I'm on the Weight Watchers diet. I'm on the Fat Cunt diet. Like, just all right. No, but the thing is, everybody. Do you know what? Do you know when you know someone's on a fucking diet because they're going to tell you about it?
Tell you about it, yeah.
Oh, I'm on a diet.
That's me.
I'm on a diet. I'm on a diet. Just go on, eat it.
Like,
Like,
to tell
Josh,
everybody, I lost 1 pound. Yay!
I'm on keto. I'm on keto.
I'm
I've been doing keto 3 days now. I lost 1 pound. Why don't people get proud as well? Like, I'm sorry, like that whole Facebook thing, like, do you know where they've taken the same picture, clearly got the same outfit on, and just breathed in on the second photo?
Especially from the side, because their stomach goes in like this, and it's like that's because you're breathing in.
Oh, I'm like, wait, I feel to comment like, have you worn the same pants for the last sort of 12 months, have you? But like, this time last year, stop. I get it. You need people's gratification for you to feel happy about yourself. I get that.
Yeah.
Some people do that, and some people hide behind that exterior of the like generation of, you know, like, I need people's opinions for me to exist in this world. Because if people don't like my outfit, then I don't like my outfit. That sort of shit.
I hate people. Why is it that people ask you questions? Does this look nice? Yeah. Yeah, but does it? Yeah, it does. Why? Because it does. Yeah, but why does it? And then they'll ask 3 other people, and it's like, why are you fucking asking me in the first place? Like, my missus does that. She goes, she puts clothes on or something, or shoes. Which shoes? Do you like these shoes, or do you like these shoes? No, I like them ones. Yeah, but why do you? And then she'll go around everybody in the house. Or, which shoes are better? It's like, why are you fucking asking me? And I say, no, they're fucking horrible. Are they? It's like, oh my God. I don't care about your fucking shoes, yeah? Don't care what you're wearing. Does not affect me in one little fucking bit, yeah? If you're happy, be happy. I'm not going to ask you what I want to fucking wear or what I'm allowed to wear. If I like it, then that's all good. It fucking annoys me.
Oh, I was watching a program the other night, and there was a bloke on it, and he was telling his missus she was going to meet his work friends for dinner. Yeah. And he said, "Oh, yeah, this evening when we go out, wear the black dress. He said, you only look good in that one." And I was like, mate, you're fucking brave. But he was like, he was an abuser.
Oh, no.
But if I looked at my missus and said to her, "Oi, babe, just fucking wear that today because that's the only thing that makes you look good," honestly, I'd have like,
I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going out.
I'll be like Tyrone in a corner from Coronation Street.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's it again. Coming out of it, another pet hate of mine is controlling couples. Couples that control each other. I've seen so much of that lately, and about the whole new laws about domestic abuse and all that sort of stuff, and like from men and women and all that. Obviously, Johnny Depp and the whole laws about the new domestic violence, all that sort of stuff. But why would you try and control somebody? I don't get controllers. I don't get when someone else thinks it's okay to try and control someone else's life. What are you doing? Where are you? What time are you going to... Like, it's got nothing to do with you. Nothing. Like, this is me. Right? I'm a grown adult. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And it stems from... I've seen it happen, especially over TikTok. Like, men going out and going, "Oh, I've just been let out for the night," without the missus going mad, and men talking about, why is it every time a man goes out with his mates, like for drinks or whatever, there's always an argument about it, and the same vice versa. Why is it a woman gets dressed up and she's going out? Why does the man automatically so much? And I'm like, I don't understand. I need to get in the head of somebody that's like that and be like, why? Why do you think it's okay to control somebody? Or ask somebody.
that they'll like somebody else and they'll cheat and they'll kiss someone, or that's what it is. It all comes down to that.
Okay.
If you
They
can't,
but you're married, right? You're perfectly in your right to go out and do that right now. If you wanted to go out and do that, you're going to do it. They're your actions, aren't they?
if I want to cheat and kiss somebody, then yeah, I will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
is that
your
what you're saying?
actions.
Yeah,
You'll own it. They're your actions.
yeah.
But the control about but if you were constantly accused every day, what are you doing? Or oh, why did you like her photo and all that sort of stuff? You'd be like, because I did, but I didn't do anything wrong. And
Can I just tell you, I did that once. There was about, I don't know, must be 8 years ago, something like that. I started on Facebook. You know, when you like photos in the old days, it would come up. Oh, Mickey likes such and such his photo on Facebook. At the time on the timeline, I kept doing it with a certain person. I can't remember who it was now. Someone I knew, and my missus would be like, "Why do you keep liking her photos?" And I'm like, "How do you know?" And then it comes up. I can't. And then I'm like, "Oh, I didn't realise." And then I'd do it again, and then it's like it's come up again. What are you doing? Why are you still doing it? Obviously, Facebook's changed that. It doesn't really say what you've liked, or it's normally what you comment on now. But at the time, I was like, "Oh fuck!" There's nothing going on, but I just probably thought she was nice. I can't remember. It was a very long time ago. But yeah, that was when relationship was different, and it's a lot different now. So
and I get why people become insecure because people then,
it's
you
easy
know,
to do that.
you
Oh,
portray your insecurities on them, and then it becomes more controlling because you're
yeah,
angry at them because of your insecurities and that sort of stuff. But
yeah.
I just don't understand it. I don't, and that's me being honest. I don't understand why people do it. I don't understand why people find it's okay to physically touch somebody else or abuse somebody else or be controlling of them and tell them what they can and can't do. I'm like, you don't get to do that. Like you don't.
No.
That's it. You don't get to tell somebody what to do. You do not own anybody. And I feel for so many people out there that are trapped in a situation because they are trapped for
If
whatever
they
reason, whether
have,
it be kids, marriage, finances,
yeah,
whatever.
financial, yeah.
Like, but yet they're just stuck in a cycle and somebody controls their life and tells them
It's
how
also
to feel.
it's also the same with social media nowadays. What would you define as cheating, as it were? Are you allowed to talk to people? Are you allowed to like I said, like photos? You know,
I my
what would you
opinion of
define?
cheating would be, and my defiance of it would be, if you're doing something you have to hide,
Oh, yeah,
then I
that's good.
think,
Yeah,
yeah, if you're doing something that you wouldn't want your missus to see or your boyfriend to see or
man.
husband or whatever, or you've got to
Yeah.
hide it, then you're doing something wrong. Like
Okay.
that whole thing. But then within that though, it's like, do you know, like you've got men and women that go and pick up their partner's phone and want to go through it or that sort of stuff.
Nah,
I'm like,
I'd never do that.
but the thing is, it's like that's not hiding something. That's you trying to control the situation by you thinking that you can take someone else's property and therefore you take ownership of that and just say, oh well, I can go through this. I'm going to go through your phone.
But then they would also say, if you've got nothing to hide, then why can't I look at it? And that's
Yeah,
where
and then it's like,
and
and
that's
it's a circle.
it's like, don't you look
And
at that app? Don't go down. Don't look at nothing. Yeah, it's
so it's a
I think
vicious circle, isn't it?
I think everybody's got secrets nowadays with social media. To be fair, it's a very easy
I
thing
think
to get
it
into,
can be passed. It can be passed on
and it can
prison,
be,
though, can't it? It can be anything.
yeah,
Like, it's like I think my missus is probably she tells me she's got messages from like fucking 2010. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, I'm like, okay, like, but I would never think, oh well, I want to fucking see your messages from 2010. All right, let me see them.
yeah.
Because I know you weren't thinking about me in there back in 2010. Like, oh, I just, I think off the back of the Johnny Depp thing and everything else, I think, and obviously, just domestic issues. Like, don't be afraid. One of my advice is don't be afraid just to walk away or fucking speak up, or if you're not happy with something, take back control, and don't be afraid to tell someone that's trying to, force upon you control or anything like that. Gaslighting.
No idea. Gaslighting.
Gaslighting. Gaslighting.
Yeah,
Like,
promising people stuff and yeah, we're gonna go do this and you're so nice and then but you never follow through with it. You never.
No, that's called love bombing.
That's
another one. Love bombing as well. That was another one. Like, do you know, like when you've got someone that's abusive and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, but I'm being really nice to you and I'm going to do this
Oh no,
for
but
you.
I'm not on about. I'm on about people that you don't know, that you've never met, sort of thing, that you meet online or you're talking to them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Isn't
gaslighting.
that gaslighting?
No, gaslighting's like in relationships as well, and you know, like making somebody feel really low about themselves, or you know, constantly belittling somebody and their decisions and telling them they're wrong, and just basically bringing that person's shell down and down and down. And
I've experienced that before.
Yeah, me too. And I think I've seen a lot of people. I've seen couples. I've seen couples in public of friends and stuff, and I'm like, and they'll tell you what's happening, like what their partner does, and I'm like, that's not normal.
I think it can be difficult. I think all relationships are difficult nowadays. I think they change. They go through cycles where it's good, it's bad, it's horrible, it's amazing, all within a couple of months of each other, and then people are up and down, and that's how I think the world is at the moment. But
do you not think like? But that's the world, though, isn't it? That is the world.
At the
up,
moment,
you're down.
There's a bottom negative line, and every now and again you get some good things, a positive, and it peaks like a heartbeat. That's the way I look at life at the moment. That's really sad and really negative of me, but that's how I feel. Everything is shit. In all aspects of life is shit, and then you get little bits that are good, and then that lasts for so long and it's dropped, then goes back down and then up again. But
yeah, I can see that.
I don't know.
The way I don't know. See, the way that I do that is I don't know. I refuse to be a part of any system like that. And that's how I block it out. That's my coping mechanism. Is the fact that I refuse to be a part of any existence that's negative. And the more and more I learn about how to be positive in my mindset, not other people's, because I believe if you want to be happy, it's about you finding the measures to put you in that happy zone. But the thing is, if you're constantly working and you're constantly doing the same old shit on a different day, and you've got goals that you want to reach, but you're not reaching them because you don't have the time to fulfill the aspects of that, it becomes really negative. And the way that I realise now is the fact that actually sometimes you have to unload. Sometimes you have to cut a little piece off in order for you to grow. Because if you think, well, I want to do this, but that bit ain't working at the moment, I think sometimes just close the door for time being and move on to something else that's going to put you in a better space. I've learned, and I think I've learned to accept that sometimes I've been really negative about my life, and I could be even more negative and dwell on shit that's happened and stuff like that. But I don't know. I refuse to go out like this. I think that's my attitude anyway.
Yeah, I'm so not there. But hey.
But if you're not there, that's a good thing, because you've admitted to yourself you're not quite there yet.
Oh, I'm so negative. I'm so in a bad place this year. I'm the worst I've ever been, and I still am the worst I've ever been. That's the way I look at life. Everything is shit. Absolutely. But I know that, and I know that that's how I look at life. For whatever reason, however I've got to this point, I don't know. And whatever caused this, I don't know.
Yeah. But one thing you've got to realise is the fact that don't try and look for greatness in other things. Look for the good in what's around you first, or at least try to.
I do see good, yeah, I do, yeah. But ultimately, the cloud comes over.
But maybe you need to
and cloaks it.
Maybe you need to accept not everything's going to perform how I want to. Not everything's going to fall into place. But start making some closure for yourself in certain aspects. Just be like, okay, I need to calm down on that aspect for a minute and focus on this. Just take one step at a time.
But
it is hard. It is hard. But I think that will lead us on to our next episode. On our next week is the fact that maybe we should start talking. Actually, about talking, about fucking.
To be fair, I don't want to share some of the stuff, but there you go.
No.
honest.
Not sharing any aspects of it, but just actually talking about what we can talk about and what it takes to be more positive and break certain cycles. Because that's the problem. You automatically, the worst person to listen to is somebody really positive when you're feeling really shit. And the worst thing it says is, the worst thing I'd hate to is, I know what you're going through. I would never pretend to know. No, I'd never pretend to know. I know how you're feeling right now. I could try to understand. Doesn't mean I'm going to know the right thing to say. The thing is, it'll take one thing. One thing will go in your brain one day, and you'll be like, okay, and the switch will turn, and you'll be like, this is what I need to do, and only you will find that.
Yeah.
No amount of fucking listening, speaking. But I would say my advice is just find something for you to channel that energy into. And on that note, people, have another positive end to a good show of Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Mickey, it's all been good. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. And also, if you related to anything that we spoke about today, or would like to chat about anything, feel free to drop us a comment on our YouTube, send us a message on any of our platforms. We love you guys. Thanks for listening. Apologies for last week. We'll be back as normal. Peace out. Deuces. Motherfuckers.
The Dads, Lads and Kebabs podcast is available to listen and download on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Podbean and all other podcast platforms.